Hi guys and welcome to my live reaction of Boku no Hero Academia, a meaningless fight. Okay. 2 1H students confirmed at ground beta after curfew. Okay. A class. Homeroom teacher Eraserhead. Extension B. Yo, Eraserhead. The robot is watching. 2 of your students are at ground beta. Neglect supervision. What? Okay. Come take responsibility and discipline them. Are you serious? Seriously serious. I like his face. What in the world could they be? Nice. Okay, but who stopped Eraserhead? Because obviously he's not at the thing. Who stopped him? What? Confused. Okay. But that's a night panel of Kachan and Daku fighting. I like smoke. Why is smoke so, like, it makes fights so hype, like, with it. What? Okay. Then does that mean my aspirations were wrong the whole time? Wait a minute. Do we really have to fight? It doesn't mean your aspirations were wrong. No one is saying that. No, but if he's doubting himself, he needs to do this. I said wait! But should it be noted that Kachan is not doing anything that could actually, like, fuck him up? Because it gives him time to evade. Wait up, Kachan. Even though I always gave you shit as you trailed. Are you okay? Even though no matter how many times I beat on you? You would still fucking tag along behind me. See, even Kachan is questioning why the fuck he would, like, okay. Don't run away! Fight me! Okay. Even though we admired the same person. Let me tell you something. Self-confidence is an extremely important thing. You have the power fitting of a hero, no doubt about that. I understand. It's because of Midoriya's sudden growth, isn't it? But you know, someone at level 1 and someone at level 50 can't possibly grow at the same rate, right? Why? Oh shit, wait, let me just, like, go through that again. Shit. Look, that's what I like about Kachan. Like, his pride won't let him get in the way of stealing Deku's techniques. I like that a lot. Because he just kicked him. Oh my god. That's so nice of, like, oh my god. On page 11. That's really nice. Why? Oh shit, we have Deku standing and then Kachan not standing. Because at this point it's like, if they were to fight realistically, it would be Deku who won because Kachan is more caught up in, like, his emotions and Deku's just, like, trying to defend himself. You all, don't you fucking worry about me. Yeah, I think that's something Deku should stop doing though. Cause putting myself, like, assholiness aside, I would get hella annoyed. Like, if whenever I felt I, like, stumbled just a little bit, Deku would be like, are you alright? Like, fuck you, I can handle my own. Fight me, what the hell is your problem? Why? Is he gonna cry though? Are we gonna see him cry? Cause I would love that. Why? How did I end up chasing the bag of the shithead who's always trailing behind me? Damn. A shitty small fry like you getting stronger and being recognized by All Might even though I was getting stronger too. So why? Why did I become the reason for All Might's end? Yes! shit, I love this. Because I was like torn between whether or not he would feel guilty about what happened to All Might. Oh my god. Look at his expression though, because he's angry and sad at the same time. I don't think he's used to feeling this much emotion. Oh, Deku's expression though, I'm literally on the verge of tears. If I had been stronger, if I hadn't been kidnapped by the villains, then none of that would have ever happened. All Might was trying to keep it a secret. He couldn't tell anybody. But even though I tried not to think about it, the slightest accident would make it all come floating out. I had no idea what I should do. Look at my boy, he's crying, I can't! He's been carrying this burden this whole time, even more than I was. All this time. He was troubled by it. It was on his mind the whole time. Do we really have to fight? Shit, man, this chapter is emotional. I can't. This fight might very well be a meaningless one, and it may not matter who wins or loses. But I know in this moment that I have to do it. Yeah. That's good, Deku. I think this fight is important. Alright then. If I wanted to see if shoot style would work well against you anyway. Because right now, the only person who can receive Kachan's feelings is me. If you want to go, then there's no holding back. Oh my god. I'm actually cheering up. This was so emotional. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. I love this. Especially like, the only person who can receive Kachan's feelings is me? Oh my god, that hit the feels. Oh shit. This is the quality content I want to see in Boku no Hero. You don't understand how happy this made me. I'm gonna... They're gonna come out stronger after this. If they'd been just like 10% better friends, I would have wished for them to hug by the end, but they're not gonna hug. They're not, they're just gonna fight. That's the hug. But oh my god. The range of Kachan's emotion in this chapter though. And you have to remember that he's accepting that Deku has surpassed him. I think that's fucking amazing. Especially because I don't think that's true. Jesus Christ. Let me just 2 minutes to put some extra thoughts into this. I'm at the panel right now where Kachan is looking down and saying, I have no idea what I should do. I think that is beautiful because he's been so certain of himself and his path all this time, and even because in the last chapter he had that which was also repeated in this chapter. I don't know if my aspirations were right or wrong, and Deku being like, no, just because all of these things happened doesn't mean you were wrong. But Kachan still is doubting what he should do and what path he's on. It's just everything, because everything around him is just crumbling, everything, and on top of that he feels like he's to blame for All Might's fall. Even if Kachan hadn't done what he had done or been kidnapped and all that, it would have happened eventually because he passed on his quirk to Deku and he was slowly fading. But it just that situation did escalate it, but it would have happened either way. But the fact that Kachan is taking on the burden of All Might's fall from power, I think, cause he has so many feelings, and because the only way he knows how to get his feelings out is through rage and stuff like that. That's the cliche bully kind of thing. You have a lot of emotion and you get them out by being mean to other people. But the thing is, because Kachan is slowly evolving from being that deliberate bully who's just not only gets his feelings out by being a bully, but also just because he's a fucking asshole. Because he's evolving from that douchey piece of shit to a person who openly admits he's been a piece of shit, then tells the person that he spent years and years putting him below him. He tells him that you have not only caught up to me, but I'm the one chasing your back now. And then telling him, I am torn, I don't know what I should do, but I need this fight to like put me on a path or get out my emotions, but I need this fight to also be consensual, because he's not just beating Deku up, he's like telling him, I want this fight to be not just me beating you up, but I want you to fight against me. I want this to be like consensual, if that makes any sense. Like, I think that's a huge step, because it does just feel like Kachan is mercilessly beating him up and just like doing what he's always done, but it's not. It's really not. The fact that he's speaking this much is, I'm not gonna say out of character, because he's getting there. He's getting to the point where he's starting to communicate through words and not just through his fists, but that is still his main way of communication through actions rather than words. And I just, the panel of him crying is just, because he knew he was gonna break down during this. I'm 100% certain. He, like, from the moment he said to Deku, let's get outside, we're gonna talk, and in his mind he was like, okay, we're gonna talk and then we're gonna fight. He knew at some point during this he would break down and cry. There's no way, because he's been carrying this burden all along, and he knew that he was gonna talk about All Might and what's happened to All Might, how and what Deku has done to his life, and what has changed in their relationship. He knew he was gonna cry, and he didn't like care. What did piss him off though was that Deku still... I understand why Kachan is so annoyed by Deku constantly asking if he's alright, because I would be hella mad as well. Because in Kachan's eyes, like, because Deku does it because he's a good person and all that, and because he doesn't want Kachan to get hurt and all that stuff. But for Kachan, he feels like he's being looked down upon, and of course he doesn't like that. And I just... because at this point, I just think that he's so conflicted about what Deku thinks of him, because Deku has not only followed him through a lot of shit, and just held his head high even though Kachan has done nothing but step on him. And he always like... yeah, he puts Kachan on a pedestal, but he also feels like Deku's looking down on him. Like, there's this weird duality, because obviously Deku just cares for him and that's kind of the person he is, but yeah, I don't know. I just think that Kachan, he's come a long way. And I think that this outburst is just amazing for his character development. Also because, again, as I said, I'm sure he was sure that he was gonna break down or something, or at least show emotion. And the fact that he so openly is showing weakness, because while I don't believe that crying is shown as weakness, saying I don't know anything anymore, I feel like everything I have done so far is wrong. Like, Kachan at very least would see that as a weakness, and he's openly telling Deku about those feelings, and I just... oh my god! I love this a lot. Also because it's like Deku slowly understanding that this fight is just so many things, and it's important that they have it, even if that fight is meaningless. But it won't be meaningless. This is gonna be like one of the most important fights for their characters. Not for the story, like for the story it's gonna be important as well, everything is important for the story, but I'm gonna say that for character development and just people, I think this is gonna be one of the most, like, the most important fight in the series. Because this is gonna be a turning point. This is gonna be, as I said last time, the first step in closing the distance and just accepting each other. Or at least for Kachan to accept Deku. Because, yeah. I'm sorry I'm not looking at the camera, I'm just looking at the panels and just... the last one of Deku though, just going all out. I think it's important. Because it's, again, it's not really... they're gonna beat each other up and they're gonna be injured. Like, Kachan already... like, Kachan is already more injured than Deku is, I feel like. But they're not gonna kill each other. That's not what this fight is about. And of course there's this person who stopped Aizawa. I don't know who that person was. Let me just go back. I don't know who that person is. Because my immediate like thought was that this person was Kirishima and that Deku had been like, okay, I'm gonna do this shit to just make sure that no one comes after us. Because I would like to see more of like Bakugo or Kachan and Kirishima interacting in situations where they're like in downtime, communicate with each other. But I feel like this is not an adult, but it's also not All Might. This person is not as skinny as All Might is, and I doubt that this is All Might in his buff form that he can be in like for like 2 seconds. I don't know who that person is. I honestly have no clue who that person is. And I don't think it's an enemy either. Because the look on Aizawa's face is just like shocked. I think it's just like shocked that someone is stopping him rather than, oh my god, this person is an evil dude. But I could be wrong about that. I just don't think so. I think that this is a person stopping him from stopping Deku and Kachan. I don't know. Either way, this chapter was absolutely amazing. I just, wow. Hit the feels. I'm really excited to see the result of this. I want to see, yeah, how Kachan evolves from this, because he's come so far. Like, I remember when I read Boku no Hero Academia like a year ago or something, and I read it again with when Roger Space did his Boku no Hero read through, and I just remember when we were going through some of the first chapters, like yeah, when I think it was a summer festival where we started, Kachan was just so different. Like, he's come such a long way, and I think because the beauty of the series is that the character development is so subtle, especially with Deku and Kachan, but if you go back to that first volume, you can just see how much they've evolved from those people they used to be back then. It's so beautiful, and it's not only Kachan and Deku, like Ida, Uraraka, Todoroki, Jesus Christ, Todoroki, like, because Todoroki doesn't really fit that category because I think his character development is very, what's the opposite of subtle? It's very much the opposite of subtle. I think that because when it comes to character development, I think that he is the one whose character development is very prominent. I don't know if that's the word, but it's easy to see that it's there. And we can point things out with Deku and Kachan as well, but I think that theirs is so, it's done so well, because they've just grown as people over these 1-2 years. The series, yeah, I don't know. It's beautiful. Very beautiful. I'm gonna stop now, because I'm just rambling on how, yeah. The last couple of chapters have been really, really good, like the ending of the last arc and then these chapters here. Because I feel like the previous arc, as I said, it wasn't like it was a weak arc, but just compared to everything that Boku no Hero is, it was kind of weak. Though it was really nice when you read through it the second time, because there were things you could, like, things with Toga and stuff like that. But overall, this is just like, I want to say a strong comeback, but it's like, this is just everything I want for Boku no Hero. Like, there's a bit of a fight, and the fight has more of an emotional impact than just, oh my god, this looks awesome. So yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna stop now. Leave a thumbs up if you liked anything that I had to say. Leave in the comments below what you thought of this chapter, and you can subscribe if you want to see more. And until next time, bye!